Good morning, I'm Impact Weather Meteorologist Chris Saber with an update on Tropical Storm Dawn in the south central Gulf of Mexico. Currently near 23.8 north, about 88.7 west. Reconnaissance planes in there now, and it's finding that maximum winds are up to about 45 miles per hour, primarily east and southeast of the center here. And it is getting a little bit better organized now as it moves off to the west-northwest at about 10 miles per hour. We can say that overnight the thunderstorms dropped off in intensity because the feeder band, the primary fuel source for the hurricane or the tropical storm, coming out of the south right over the Yucatan Peninsula. And now that it's moving a little bit farther away from the Yucatan Peninsula, it's getting a better moisture feed and the thunderstorms are increasing, and we think it will continue to intensify very slowly but steadily over the next 36 hours up until landfall very near the lower Texas coast near Corpus Christi. Let's take a look at some of the model guidance, and only one of the computer models now takes it up toward the Houston-Galveston area. That's ironically one of the best hurricane models in the last 7 or 8 years. It hasn't done too well recently, and it is going to be discontinued in favor of the new Hurricane Wharf model, which takes it down toward the lower to middle Texas coast. But we don't think it's going to be coming up to the upper Texas coast. We think that it's going to be somewhere down here in the lower to middle Texas coast, probably near Corpus Christi, and that's our latest forecast, moving inland tomorrow night, late tomorrow night, early Saturday morning, right about into the Corpus Christi area. What does that mean for you folks along the Texas coast and offshore? Well, taking a look at the graphic here, this is the tropical storm force winds. Tropical storm force winds don't extend very far away from the track. In fact, they don't extend very much past Matagorda Bay here, and don't extend all the way down to Brownsville. So it's a narrow area of tropical storm force winds within about 60 to 70 miles of the track center as the storm moves into the coast tomorrow night. What about hurricane force winds? We say it could be a hurricane. Well, that's true, but it's going to be a very, very small hurricane. Look at this hurricane force wind area, that tiny yellow strip there just before landfall, extending just to the beach near Corpus Christi, but not penetrating inland. That's where we might see some hurricane force winds. Not expansive like Hurricane Ike that had hurricane force winds extending out 120 miles from the center of the track. It's a very tiny hurricane, and as such it's going to produce a very small storm surge. We're looking at only about 3 to 4 feet on average, maybe up to 5 feet in the northern part of Corpus Christi Bay is about the peak storm surge we're expecting out of this. As far as rainfall, well, for you folks on the upper Texas coast expecting some significant rain out of a tropical storm moving down into the middle coast, doesn't look like that's going to happen. It looks like maybe only an inch or so across southeast Texas. In fact, most of the rain is well down the coast between Matagorda Bay and Corpus Christi, where they may see 8 to 10 inches of rain on inland toward about the Big Bend area that tapers on off to about 2 to 4 inches. Across southeast Texas, maybe we're going to have some enhanced afternoon thunderstorms on Saturday, maybe into Sunday, as the bottom side of that ridge of high pressure that's been sitting over us gets broken down just a little bit, enough to have a little bit more thunderstorm activity with daytime heating during the afternoons. Hopefully you'll get lucky, get some rain in your yard, but I don't expect any widespread heavy rain across southeast Texas as Dawn moves inland near Corpus Christi tomorrow night. Well, that's a look at Tropical Storm Dawn for this morning. We'll have another video for you by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm Impact Weather Meteorologist Chris Hebert. Thanks for viewing.